I must commend TVC. Great job. It's been setting new heights. Clean pictures, excellent sound. All your staff, I particularly enjoy Ike Tvc.
Whole army of those guys. Thank you very, very much.
Okay, I think it's time for the show now. One interesting thing is the number of people joining the race for the presidency.
Yeah, that's great. Well, it's more like an open ring. Well, President Muhammadu Buhari says that as a beneficiary of free and fair elections, he is not afraid of credible process in 2019.
Yeah, President Buhari was speaking during an interactive session with the Nigerian community in China. Buhari, who is in China for the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, also talked about how he became president after 4 attempts.
Well, some of the people loyal to the APC are in support of President Buhari's re-election, but another group loyal to the PDP has thrown its weight behind Saraki's aspiration. The disunity began when APC chieftain Umaru Ayela Begon pledged his support for President Buhari, an act that got other members of the community angry. Well, he's been in the saddle in Bayelsa for 6 years now and making giant strides. But what and who have been those behind it? Let's now bring in Governor of Bayelsa State, Siraki Dixon, to talk more about his strides in the state. Thank you very much indeed for coming.
Thank you very much, Ike Tvc, for having me and the great job you guys are doing here at TVC.
We're very happy to have you here too. Well, you've been in governance in Bayelsa for about 6 years now, and we have been hearing the giant strides we have been seeing as well. Our reporter, Vitami George, in your state has been reporting on your activities. Can you tell us more about these strides?
Well, first of all, let me thank you for having me, and I thank you also and the several others like you are doing a great job, not just here in TVC, but across our country, and who wish us well. I thank you all and appreciate all your good wishes and support and encouragement and prayers. But we are still not done. Still a lot we have to do, a lot that is still going to happen and is happening, going to consolidate on the frontiers of stability, of security, advance the course of development, and consolidate on all that we have started.
In recent years, Nigeria has signed trade deals with China and other foreign allies. Federal government's implementation of the Economic Recovery Growth Plan has seen the country up the ladder of ease of doing business ranking. All right, Nigeria was to sign the Continental Free Trade on the continent of Africa, but eventually pulled out because of some concerns that were raised. Have these concerns been addressed now?
Thank you for bringing this up, because it's good to clarify where we are in the process and what brought us to where we are. The African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement is an important landmark agreement that will last for the next 1,500 years. It's akin to the way you have the European Union set of agreements. And so what happened is that, like, initially the thrust of the agreement and the work on it was led by the what you call the AU Summit.
All right, former Nigerian international Shehu Digbame has declared his intention to run for FIFA president. And of course, he joins us now live to talk about his intention to run for FIFA president. Good to have you with us tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, what prompted your decision to run for FIFA president?
Well, there is apparently a vacuum. And there's also an opportunity which I saw considering the circumstances around the FIFA elections. Blatter has resigned.
The PDP National Convention is over now. Uche Secondos is the party's new chairman, and reactions have already been pouring in. Kwara State Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed says that the repositioning of the party through its recently concluded National Convention will not pose a threat to the ruling All Progressives Congress. He also debunks speculation that he and his predecessor, Senate President Bukola Saraki, may soon be on the move. on their way back to the People's Democratic Party. Abdul Fattah disclosed this and many more in his exclusive interview with State House correspondent Maria Olashiende.
To please return home as I have done.
Recently, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, made an appeal to its old members who left the party, urging them to return so they can rebuild the party together.
Hello and welcome. This is TVC News Hour. I am Ike Tvc Showreel. The 71 House of Representatives members are sponsoring a bill to change Nigeria from the presidential system of government to the parliamentary system. Many have argued that the presidential system of government is expensive and that power is concentrated at the center and not divided among the three tiers of government. In 1960, Nigeria practiced the parliamentary system of government. Nnamdi Azikiwe was the president, while Tafawa Balewa was the first and only prime minister Nigeria ever had. But the 1966 coup ended the parliamentary system of government because the military seized power. Some Commonwealth countries like Australia, Jamaica, Denmark, Sweden and others practice the parliamentary system of government. Britain runs a parliamentary system of government, and just yesterday the Prime Minister survived a confidence vote from her Conservative Party. The vote was triggered by the controversial Brexit deal, which has got her in the bad books of even her party members. The presidential system of government, which is currently being used in Nigeria, where the head of state is also the head of government, is also the form of government practiced in the US. The United States is actually the first nation to create the office of the president and the head of state in a modern republic. The question now is, could the refusal of President to sign the electoral amendment bill responsible for the move by the 71 reps to change the system of government? TVC News correspondent Jokai Adisa told us earlier that these 71 lawmakers are from different political parties and are ready to lobby others to support this bill.
71 members cutting across our political parties in the chamber, they have come together to sponsor the bill that is seeking to change Nigeria's system of government from the presidential to the parliamentary system of government. And part of their argument is that it is more effective, it is more economical, and that it will make Nigeria's economic system to work. So they are so convinced, they say it's achievable. And so they say they are drumming support, and they are also still hoping that other members will also buy into their vision for Nigeria.
Hello and welcome. This is TVC News Hour. I am Ike Tvc Showreel.